This video is going to be do a lesson with me, and we will be doing Foundations Phonics from Master Books. So this curriculum is, according to Master Books, can be either kindergarten or first grade level. I'm using it with my daughter, Sophie, who's in first grade. She is a special needs student, and Hello and welcome back to our channel. I'm Colleen and this is Our Blessed Life. And this video is part of a collaboration with Megan over at Pennies and Salt, and there is a playlist of several other channels that are participating in this as well. I will link that playlist in the description box below, and I will go ahead and link to Megan's channel, Pennies and Salt, up above. I think you'll really enjoy her channel if you go and check that out. And all the ladies that are collaborating with this playlist are awesome. They all have homeschool channels, and I think you'll really enjoy the playlist. This video is also part of my Homeschooling with Special Needs series, and I will also link that playlist in the description box below. I'll have other Do a Lesson with Me videos, as well as some other special needs, homeschooling with special needs content, and homeschooling with struggling learners content. Okay, so we're going to be using Foundations Phonics, Easy Lessons for Early Learners by Carrie Lindquist. And I just want to show you the book before we get started. I have some of these pages marked that I go to very frequently. So first of all, this is the sight words. And I've just kind of written down here what days, because it breaks it down into days, what days these weeks are. And so right now, Sophie is in week 7. So these are the sight words that we're working on. The ones that she's mastered, I've checked off. I make flashcards for her. I just write the word on there, and then for my own purposes, I write the week number. So this word is from week 5 as far as the sight words. So that's how we keep track of sight words. And then there's a schedule, just like you see in all of the Master Books curriculum. And so I just check this off when we finish. And this just kind of helps me keep up with where we are. With Sophie, I don't plan to necessarily do one lesson per day just because she may need more time on a lesson. So this just kind of lets me keep up. And then I use Homeschool Planet to track what we're doing, and I just put what we actually did there. And also there's a progress chart as you go through all the different letters. So they're all introduced at different times, and you can see that today we are on lesson 20, and we're going to be covering L. So what I like about this curriculum, what is different than other curriculum that I have used for reading, is that although it's introducing a letter and a letter sound, it's doing more than that, because in this lesson, she'll be introduced to L and the sounds for L, but she actually already knows that, so that's a repeat. But it's also going to introduce some reading and some word families at the same time. So that gives her a little bit more, and that's really where she needs the focus. So that allows me to spend more time on this. With The Good and the Beautiful, there was a lot less of this, and it went very fast, so I was having to just kind of really camp out on a lesson for a week or 2 weeks, where here it's a lot more gentle and a lot more slow, so it's working a lot better for Sophie. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start the lesson, and what I need for this lesson is I need our book. There is a worksheet for every lesson for the child, so I go ahead and I take that out and put it on a clipboard for her. While I read the lesson, I have Sophie color in the lines for the letter, and then we work on the rest of the worksheet together. Okay, our last adventure was so exciting. Are you ready to learn about the special mission God gave to Moses today? Let's get started on our adventure from the Bible. You remember from our last adventure, Moses was living in Midian. One day something really strange happened. What do you think it was?
No.
You don't know? Well, let's read the story from the Bible and find out. Moses was taking care of the flock of his father-in-law Jethro. Jethro was the priest of Midian. Moses led the flock to the western side of the desert. It came to Horeb. It was the mountain of God. There the angel of the Lord appeared to him from inside a burning bush. Moses saw that the bush was on fire, but it didn't burn up. So Moses thought, I'll go over there and see the strange sight. Why doesn't the bush burn up? The Lord saw Moses had gone over to look. So God spoke to him from inside the bush. He called out, "Moses, Moses." "Here I am," Moses said. "Do not come any closer," God said. "Take off your sandals. The place you are standing on is holy ground." He continued, "I am the God of your father. I am the God of Abraham. I am the God of Isaac, and I am the God of Jacob." When Moses heard that, he turned his face away. He was afraid to look at God. The Lord said, "I have seen how my people are suffering in Egypt. I have heard them cry out because of their slave drivers. I am concerned about their suffering, so I have come down to save them from the Egyptians." Oh, that's very nice. So we're working a lot on coloring in the lines with Sophie with this program. All right, let's listen to the rest of the story, okay?
Okay.
"I will bring them into a good land. It has a lot of room. It has a land that has plenty of milk and honey. The Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Pezerites, Hivites, and Jebusites live there. And now Israel's cry for help has reached me. I have seen how badly the Egyptians are treating them, so go. I am sending you to Pharaoh. I want you to bring the Israelites out of Egypt. They are my people." Sophie, who are God's people? Let me read it again and see if you can tell me who God's people are. Okay, ready? "I want you to bring the Israelites out of Egypt. They are God's people."
Yeah, what people are named?
Their name are the Israelites. Very good.
And God came, his name Israel, and he chose his name Abraham.
He changed Abram's name to Abraham, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Though the things had been hard, God hadn't forgotten the special promise he had given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and their children. Sometimes God gives us special promises too. Though we may go through hard times, God never forgets what he promised, and we can know that in the right time his promises will be fulfilled. God sent Moses back to Egypt to tell the Pharaoh to let the Israelites go. Moses went in and did as the Lord told him to, but there was a problem. Pharaoh wouldn't listen, and he made things even harder for the Israelites. So God sent miracles and signs, and finally 10 terrible plagues to Egypt to change Pharaoh's mind. Finally, Pharaoh let Moses and his people go, and God led his people as they left Egypt. By day, the Lord went ahead of them in a pillar of cloud to guide them on their way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light so they could travel by day or night. Exodus 13:21. God led his people as they left Egypt. Oh my, I think we found our sound for today. L is our letter today. The L says la.
Yeah.
Can you say it with me?
Yeah.
La.
Going L, low, going L.
Yes, Lowe's does start with L. The letter L says la. The letter L looks like this.
Okay.
Sophie, can you point to the uppercase L? Can you point to the lowercase L? Good job. They look very similar, don't they? The L says la. God led his people as they left Egypt. God performed many more miracles for the Israelites, and he saved them when Pharaoh came back to take them as slaves again. We can read the story in the Bible later, but for now, we have some fun activities with our new letter L. Let's practice reading. Remember this ending sound? Ought. We know the ending sound. Now let's try different beginning letters. Bought. Lot. Say it louder. You know it. Say it. Pot. Good. And what's this one? J says J. So this is, it has the same ending sound. This says ought, right? Do you see ought?
No.
Look, it has ought. So it starts with J, so it says jot. Very good. And what's this word? Dot. Good. Do you remember this ending sound? Okay, see if you can read these words. Okay, that's good, except you said it backwards. We have to start with the first letter. B, it, bit. What does L say? So it's lit. Lit. Good. P. What does the ending sound say? It says, it's the same thing as this. It. So what's this word? Pit. Good. And you know this word, it says, look. So it's sit. Good. And this is fit. Very good, Sophie. That's very, very good. Okay, at the bottom of the sheet, there are some bonus activities that you can do if you want to do that.
How do I do that?
All right, now, God led the Israelites through the wilderness. Let's read the verse that tells us about how he led them. I'll point to each word as I read, and when we get to large words, you can read those. Some of these words you're going to read. Ready? By day, the Lord went ahead of them. Look at the word. Look at the word. This is pillar. A pillar. What's that say? Of. Cloud to guide them. Not off. This is, look. On their way. And good. By night. In a pillar of fire to give them light, so that they could travel by day or night. Exodus 13:21, New King James Version. So Sophie, what I want you to do at the bottom is I want you to take your pencil and I want you to look for words with the letter L. Which words have the letter L in them? Okay, can we read it?
Yeah.
Lot. Can you circle that? Okay, so let's finish this. Read and circle the words with the letter L. Do you see any other words with the letter L?
No.
Okay, look. Okay, so circle it. Good job. All right, let's see what the back of the worksheet has.
Yeah.
All right, so here we're going to trace the letter L, write the letter L, trace the lowercase l, write the lowercase l, and then we're going to color the lizard green. So go ahead and work on that.
I have green. Yeah.
Good, you got it. As. Okay. This is.
And the.
Okay. Good. 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 Okay, I have three more. This one is. Oh, not off. This is on. Yeah, because it has an N. Okay. Last two. Good.
Not.
Good job. Okay, so every day that we do language arts, I go ahead and I go over all of the weeks of her flashcards. So right now, like I said, we're in week 7, so we do weeks 1 through 7. I continue to keep the ones that she knows in the green envelope, although sometimes she does have a little bit of regression, so I like to go over all of them. But if your child is doing awesome and really, really knows them, you really could just do these like once a week. I like to do them with Sophie once every day because, like I said, she has special needs and we just really need to work on it. So the 3 that she really doesn't have is not, on, and as. Those are the ones that she did not get today. So I'm going to put those in the yellow envelope just to remind myself that we need to work on these a little bit harder. And then we'll revisit this tomorrow. So she's going to go ahead and finish her worksheet. And then the other thing that I'm using is I'm using Bob Books Set 1. Right now we're on book 3 and 4. So I will have her read at least one of these to me. And that will be the end of our lesson. All done. All right, so Sophie's completed her worksheet. So now we're going to read our Bob book. I think we're going to do Dot, which is Set 1, Book 3. So Sophie's going to read to Mommy. Mm-hmm. She has a hat. Very good.
Don't have a cat.
Don't leave out words. The.
Cat has a hat.
Very nice.
Cat don't wear a hat. Dog has a dog.
Good. It's the same word with a capital D. What's it say? Dog.
Dog has a hat.
Good.
Dog has whip
Has.
a
Okay, let's sound it out. R,
whip
A, G. Rag.
rag.
Dog has a.
Rag hat.
Good. Dog has a rag hat.
Dog has dog.
Good.
Cat
What'd you say?
has
Sad.
a dog. Cat.
Good job, Sophie.
Cat. Dog has a
Dog has.
and
What's that?
man.
Let's sound it out. On. Dog has.
On a what?
Dog has on a rag what?
Hat. He in.
Okay, so Sophie mostly got this book right, and she's read this several times, so next time we'll move on to book 4. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.